Alex Hales knows he may be about to go from match winner to instant fall guy if England bring Ben Stokes back from injury for the Vitality T20 Series decider. The hosts have Hales to thank that they still have a shot at victory, rather than trying to avoid a whitewash against India on Sunday in Bristol after his unbeaten 58 levelled the score at 1-1. Hales held his nerve and unleashed the power when 12 runs were still needed from the final over, hitting the first ball for 6 into Cardiff's River Taff off Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as England got home narrowly. Yet, if Stokes does return this weekend, and it is understood it may be as a specialist batsman rather than all-rounder, as England exercise caution after his hamstring injury, Hales is one of only 2 plausible options to make way. The other is the out-of-sorts Joe Root, who has fallen twice in succession to India's wrist spinners for an aggregate 9 runs. England's Test captain received such a ringing endorsement, however, from acting coach Paul Farbrace after victory over Australia at Edgbaston last month that it seemed then his position was perennially safe. Hales, meanwhile, admits he has no easier solution other than keep trying to win matches. "I have no answer," he said. "I'm doing all I can to score runs and keep putting pressure on the guys who know they're playing. If it's me that's left out, you look at the guys who are playing ahead of me, and what can you do?" Hales' half-century at Sophia Gardens was a jarring and most welcome contrast to his struggles in Manchester 3 days earlier when England faltered so badly to the googlies and variations of Kuldeep Yadav. There, he made a tortured 8 from 18 balls before being bowled round his legs trying to sweep the left-armer. Asked how satisfying it therefore was to put things right, he said, "Very, it's right up there. The game at Manchester was a very, very bad day at the office personally, and as a team, we didn't quite get going. But it was brilliant to bounce back in a must-win game. It shows a lot of character as a team," Hales made sure. He was his own worst critic between matches, and also got to work in the nets with England's computerized bowling simulator Merlin. "I spoke to myself quite harshly," he said. "I'd never faced Kuldeep before, and I didn't know much about him. Maybe I just went out in Manchester without a plan. I watched a bit more footage, worked with Merlin and looked to play a bit more off the back foot and waited for him to float one up to hit a bit straighter, rather than cross-bat like my dismissal the other night. It's about having a bit more of a plan and more composure. Do you want to write for Give Me Sport? Get started today by signing up and submitting an article here. https://www.givemesport.com/writeforms